A man jolts awake, his vision blurred, his body restrained, metal grips his wrists, locking him to a chair he doesn't remember sitting in, and then, a voice, cold, artificial, watching him. It tells him something that makes his blood run cold. He's being charged with killing his own wife. No courtroom, no defense, no second chances, just a machine. And a ticking clock. 90 minutes, that's how long he has to prove he's innocent, because when that timer hits zero, he dies. In this world, justice isn't decided by people anymore. The system broke under pressure, too many crimes, too many delays, so they built something new, something faster, something that doesn't hesitate. An artificial intelligence known only as mercy. It doesn't feel, it doesn't doubt, it calculates, and once it reaches a conclusion, that decision is final. Today, it's looking at one man, and it believes he's guilty. Chris Raven regains consciousness in fragments. Pain pulses through his head. His thoughts are scattered. Before he can even process where he is, the space around him shifts. A figure forms in front of him, not flesh, not human, a projection. A judge made of light and code. It begins listing the charges. Murder, his wife. Chris immediately rejects it. There's no way. But panic creeps in as the system continues, unaffected by his denial, because in this place, what he says doesn't matter, only what can be proven does. A digital timer flickers into existence, already counting down. 90 minutes, his life has officially become a countdown. The case against him builds fast, too fast. Video records place him at the house. There's blood, his wife's blood, on his clothes. The scene itself tells a violent story. And then the system digs deeper. His past, his temper, his drinking. A marriage that had been falling apart piece by piece. Every flaw, every mistake, stacked neatly into a narrative that points one way, guilty. And for a split second, even Chris begins to doubt himself. Memories start surfacing as the system reconstructs his life. His relationship with Nicole had been crumbling. Arguments became normal. Silence became constant. And in the middle of it all, their daughter, the only light left in a broken home. Chris wasn't always like this. There was a time he wore a badge with pride, a good cop, a dependable partner, until one case went wrong. His partner didn't make it out, and something inside Chris never recovered. Grief twisted into anger, anger spiraled into addiction, and slowly, everything he cared about slipped away. But one thing remains clear to him now: he didn't do this. And if the system runs on evidence, then evidence is exactly what he needs. He starts digging. Anything he can access, messages, call records, surveillance, every detail matters. Every second is slipping away. Then something unexpected appears, a secret. Nicole had been seeing someone, a man named Patrick. Suddenly, the story shifts. Maybe Chris wasn't the only one with a reason. Running out of time, he reaches out for help. His partner, Jack, picks up on the outside. While he's trapped inside the system, she starts chasing leads in the real world. Following Patrick, looking into Nicole's work. But the deeper she digs, the messier it becomes. Because Nicole's life wasn't just complicated, it was hiding something. Something bigger than any of them expected. Back inside, the system doesn't let up. It forces Chris to relive everything. His worst moments, his failures, his regrets. It feels less like justice, and more like punishment. Like it's trying to break him before the verdict even arrives. But then he realizes something critical. The system only knows what it's been fed, and if something was left out, then its conclusion is incomplete. New leads begin to surface, names come and go, nothing sticks, until one does. Rob, someone close, someone trusted, the man who helped Chris stay clean, now suddenly part of the puzzle. Chris reviews footage near his home, frame by frame, looking for anything unusual, and then, he sees it, a presence in the background, watching, waiting. It's Rob. This wasn't random. It was planned. Outside, authorities move in, they locate Rob, and what they uncover changes everything. Weapons, plans, targets. This goes far beyond a single crime. Something much larger is in motion, something deadly. Then without warning, the system updates its verdict. Chris is no longer guilty. Just like that, the decision is reversed. He's free, but the relief doesn't come. Because something about this doesn't feel right. And then it gets worse. His daughter is gone, taken, and there's only one person behind it, Rob. This was never just about framing Chris, it was personal. Now Rob is on the move. Driving a vehicle loaded with explosives, heading straight toward the heart of the system, the Mercy Court itself. Sirens flood the streets, chaos spreads, and the clock is ticking all over again. But this time, it's not about proving innocence, it's about saving a life. As the situation spirals, Jack faces an impossible call: stop the threat, no matter the cost, even if it risks everything. The line between right and wrong starts to blur. In the middle of it all, something unexpected happens. Chris and the AI begin to cooperate. Human instinct meets machine logic. For the first time, they're on the same side. The final confrontation arrives. Chris stands face to face with Rob. Tension thick enough to break. Rob is no longer thinking clearly, driven by pain, by anger, and caught between them, a frightened child, Brit. Her fear cuts through the chaos, and for a moment, Rob hesitates. It almost ends there, almost, until the truth finally surfaces. Jack, the one person Chris trusted most, she had been pulling strings behind the scenes, altering outcomes, shaping the system's decisions, all to prove one thing, that Mercy was flawless, but in doing so, she proved the exact opposite. Because even a perfect system can be corrupted by human hands. In the end, everything collapses into place. Rob is stopped, Jack is taken into custody, and the truth finally comes to light. Chris is cleared, not because of statistics, not because of probability, but because the full story was finally seen. The final moment is quiet. Chris holds his daughter close. She's safe, but nothing feels the same, because now he understands something terrifying. In a world where machines decide who lives and dies, even a single missing detail can cost an innocent person everything, and that is mercy.